Hello, friends. Alicia Nodeman, author of the book Don't Be a Stranger and Don't Be a Stranger to Grief. Wanted to share with you a reading from the foreword of my book. It is recently uploaded and published to Amazon, and I sure hope that it is able to help somebody out there. So Don't Be a Stranger was a book that I wrote about helping people to facilitate more memorable and favorable first impressions and leading by example in a way that could help disarm others around them and welcome more people into their world, whether it's for the purposes of interviewing or relationship building, friendship, or simply having more fun and memorable moments in life. And that book was written very much in honor of my father. This book is written in honor of all of the clients that I have the privilege of serving who have been so courageous and brave and walking that journey of grief with me, kind of as their partner along that path. So that said, the foreword out of my book. How do you find purpose and joy after tragedy? A client and I recently examined this question. When I experience difficult times, my best friend Brookie reminds me, Lise, this will be purposed for your highest good. I offered this perspective to my client. He found great comfort in considering that how he would overcome a tragedy might serve his highest good in his remaining years with his loved ones. We could not know when or how, but we shared faith that it would. As Viktor Frankl in 1984 wrote in his book, Man's Search for Meaning, a person is less likely to survive if they view their suffering as meaningless. Regardless of circumstance, we always possess the freedom to choose our response. Discovering purpose fuels survival and propels us to pursue a life we look forward to living. Sometimes this can be as fundamental as upholding hope that the coming days will bring ease and connection. Regardless of your faith, I hope you find comfort, peace, and solace in the writings herein. The brief work introduces you to an intervention I call the Release with Love Letter. For years, I have applied the Release with Love Letter technique with clients in my psychology practice, and in so doing, I have witnessed the profound healing across countless clients. Each has astonished me. The intervention, though simple, possesses remarkable potency. Through this book, I aim to make the Release with Love Letter template easily accessible to the public. I hope to help you apply this tool to cultivate peace and purpose along your healing journeys. Who might benefit from a Release with Love Letter? I'd argue anyone. The Release with Love Letter template can be applied to soothe feelings around longing, loss, trauma, and regret. A Release with Love Letter may be written to yourself or addressed to another person. In the book, I talk about how you can even write it addressing a relationship that still is, in hopes of making sure you don't take it for granted. It can be used to manage feelings around the loss of dreams or a life plan that has gone unmet. You might write a Release with Love Letter if you find it hard to let go of someone who has passed or left your life in any way. Maybe you want them back, maybe you don't. You might write a Release with Love Letter if you feel haunted by regrets or avoid thoughts of someone who's gone. Lingering unease, avoidance, or guardedness when thinking of a loss may be evidence of unresolved grief. These can show as I don't want to's or other indicators of resistance to broaching the subject of a loss. I believe that everyone you meet for a reason. Some teach you how you want to be, others bring clarity to traits, habits, mannerisms, and other features that you choose to resist. May we learn to accept, embrace, and detach with love. Learning to release pain and grief-related feelings will be a gradual process. Healing will likely manifest as a softening of intense feelings more so than an absence of emotional charge. Releasing is not forgetting. Please consider that a Release with Love Letter is not a substitute for professional help. I might even suggest you conduct the exercise and review your letter with a therapist or grief professional to facilitate your healing process. Please see Appendix C for a note to clinicians and helping professionals and Appendix D for an overview of grief management resources. As you proceed in learning how to release with love, please consider the words of 13th century Persian poet Rumi in his famous poem, The Guest House, translated by Coleman Barks in 1995. This being human is a guest house. Every morning a new arrival, a joy, a depression, a meanness, some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all, even if they're a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your house empty of its furniture. Still, treat each guest honorably. He may be clearing you out for some new delight. The dark thought, the shame, the malice, meet them at the door laughing and invite them in. Be grateful for whoever comes because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. This poem represents an examination, welcoming and acceptance of all emotions and experiences that are part of the human condition. My father used to say, Alish, in our culture, even if our enemy were to show up at the door, we are to welcome them in and offer them tea. I see this poem as a metaphoric extension of my father's words. Rumi suggests that each emotion guides us to remain open and receptive to lessons. Readers are encouraged to welcome all feelings as wise guests and to engage with them. The poem likens humanness to a guest house, relating all emotions, good and bad, as unexpected visitors who simply come and go carrying a message. It is our responsibility and privilege to listen. The underlying message is to trust the inherent wisdom and spiritual order of the universe. The guest house speaks to the importance of grace, growth, and surrender. The reader is prompted to embrace a profound level of self-awareness and acceptance. Rumi so gracefully speaks to the impermanence and importance of emotions and the fluid nature of life. Remember Rumi's words as you welcome all emerging emotions during the Release with Love letter exercise that follows. Each feeling is a reminder of a season that will have served your highest good. You may not know how or when, but believe it to be true. Even if you're wrong, you will have suffered less. You will feel more hopeful for upholding faith that there will have been purpose in your pain, and hope feeds purpose to get to another day. Let's make meaning of shared moments, joyful and painful, in a way that is touching, honoring, and inspiring as you navigate life in your coming years. Again, the book is called Don't Be a Stranger to Grief. The first probably about 30 so pages are setting up the foundation for how to proceed with writing your own letter. And then I provide the template for how to write your letter. So I hope that you find some peace, some comfort, and some healing in the pages of this book. And I appreciate you spending some time with me today.